This is SCP Radio Network, coming to you live from Skylab Studios. Up next is the Super Tejano Friday Show with your host, DJ Fluffy.
Este es el Diva Takeover, todos lo quieren escuchar, porque tocan la música alegre y se ponen todos a bailar. It's a Diva Takeover with DJ Mickey DNCC. Miles y miles de gente la escuchan y nadie les puede ganar. Están en SCP Radio, estación internacional. Si quieren lo mejor, no se vaya lejos. Aquí está el Diva Takeover.
Que seas feliz, feliz, feliz. Es todo lo que pido en nuestra despedida. No pudo ser después de haberte amado tanto, por todas esas cosas tan absurdas de la vida. Siempre podrás contar conmigo, no importa dónde estés, que al fin que ya lo ves, quedamos como amigos. En vez de despedirnos con reproches y con llanto, yo que te quise tanto, quiero que seas feliz, feliz, feliz. Siempre podrás contar conmigo, no importa dónde estés, al fin ya lo ves, quedamos como amigos. Y en vez de despedirnos con reproches y con llantos, yo que te quise tanto, quiero que seas feliz, feliz. secar. Y a tus desprecios no me importa nada en la vida. Y a veces me burlo por tu forma de proceder.
Hello, everyone. How are y'all doing tonight? We are here in the studio. Well, I'm here in the studio, and I have DJ Fluffy here with me, and we are on the Diva Takeover show. But my other diva is in a disclosed location. Where are you at, Mary Jane?
Down 77.
Down in the valley somewhere?
Highway 21.
No, you're not in the valley, right?
No.
It's Highway 37.
Don't give such location. I'm not.
The address and everything, nombre.
The first
Five
one,
in Corpus.
the first one to find them, Mary Jane got $100 that she's gonna give you away.
What?
Wait, you're gonna give me $100 to give to them?
Yeah,
No, but
Cash out.
right?
it's gonna be SCP money.
Yeah. But today we're doing something different. We're doing, Mary Jane is on location with our interviewers that we're having tonight. And we have two cameras going because we have some in Corpus and we have
San Antonio.
in San Antonio. So this is something different and new for us that we haven't done before. So hopefully next time we can be on location and Mary Jane can be here in the studio.
No, not the red.
No.
The red likes to be free.
Right? No, but we have great interviews. Right? No, but we have some great interviews tonight. First off, we have Miss Eva Ibarra. Right? She is
Yes.
the accordion queen.
Yes. Woo-hoo!
Welcome. And Miss Sandy Rodriguez. How are y'all doing tonight?
We're doing good. How is everybody out there?
We're doing great.
Oh, there we go.
What?
Okay, there we go.
So crazy. What happened?
It froze.
Oh, it froze? Oh, okay. Yeah, it's so crazy. And I'm sitting in your chair tonight, Mary Jane, so I feel all backwards over here. Fluffy wanted to have his throne
took
back.
over.
Yeah. So he
He
said,
took
Mary
his throne
Jane's not
back?
here. Yeah, sit in her
Yep.
chair.
It's back.
So yeah, so I feel kind of
Wow.
backwards over here.
Okay, but I don't see no security and I don't see no mariachi,
No.
nothing there.
No.
What happened?
I don't know,
don't
Fluffy.
need it.
No que ibas a venir.
That's when you come back.
Puede.
When you come back,
Oh, okay.
I want you to enjoy it.
You're not supposed to sing along to him. Team Diva.
I got my number one supporter back in the back over there.
Yeah. Team Fluffy. Yeah.
Exactly. She knows where to go. She knows where to go.
So thank you, ladies, for joining us. We wanted to do something different. We always pay tribute to the men of the industry, but little do we actually pay tribute to the women of flamenco. Yes. So this is Ladies Night tonight on SCP Radio. So we got the queen of the accordion, La Reina, and of course the angel right over there, the secret weapon. For Effie and Friends. So thank you, ladies. So Michelle, go ahead and take over.
Okay. I'm like, okay. I feel so weird. I can't even see anything over here. I feel like I'm in a corner. I don't know how you sit on this side, Mary Jane. So Eva, tell us a little bit about yourself so people that don't know you, they can, learn something about you.
Well, I came from music incline. All my family love the music. My parents, my mother, my father, my mother, my brothers.
Oh, wow.
And I started when I was 4 years old. At 6, I was playing professionally with the support of my parents.
Awesome.
So my mom was a songwriter and a singer. My dad played the guitar and also a singer. So I have brothers and sisters that sing. Lily and Gloria used to sing. She passed away, Gloria. And David Ibarra is playing with me, the bass and the bajo sexto. We recorded a song or several songs, and we're gonna have a new CD with Sandy Rodriguez, our vocalist, the big girl from Florida.
Oh, awesome.
It's all lies. Don't believe anything she says about the big girl.
Well, she's tall.
She's tall.
She's tall.
Okay.
I'm tall.
You're short and
We
she's
like
tall.
this.
So,
And how tall are you?
What is? Say it again.
How tall are you?
I'm 5'8".
Oh.
And don't ask me, please.
She's just less than 5'8".
So,
so Eva, you play the piano also besides the accordion?
yes. My mom never wanted me to play the accordion.
Uh-huh.
Said that I'm gonna hurt my lungs.
Oh, wow.
But I think she thought it was a men's instrument.
Right.
From all the push and pull would do
The-
harm to her.
Yeah, to my lungs.
Oh,
I don't know.
okay, okay.
Mom, you know, we come up with all kinds of crazy things to try to keep our kids from.
But my dad told me that, Eva, there's a lot of, good that play piano professionally and play good, and you don't have no competition. So the key is your accordion.
Right.
So my mom bought me a piano. And she took me for piano lessons. She's told me, I want you to learn the right way to read music and play the piano, and just forget about the accordion. But I couldn't. And when I record the piano and I record the accordion.
But
also.
she doesn't just play piano and accordion. She plays, no, that's just the tip of the iceberg. She plays bajo sexto, she plays bass, she plays trumpet, she plays
wow.
drums,
Oh, wow.
Wow.
guitarrón, plays vihuela, she plays guitar.
Wow, you can make your own band by yourself. Record a whole.
Actually, she does her recordings by herself.
Wow.
I tell her all the time, I'm like, if you know how you want it, then they're not going to do it right for you. So just, you know how they say, if you want it done right, let a
do it
woman.
yourself. Yeah. That's right.
All right, DJ Fluffy, I see you back there smirking, but you know it's right. If you want it done right.
Exactly. Hey, I agree with you 100%. If you want something done right, you do it yourself.
Yeah. Yes. Very true. So, how long have y'all two been together, or is this going to be your first collaboration?
No, I've been singing with Eva for like 5 years now.
5 years? Okay.
It's just an accidental thing, you know. I was in the kitchen making tortillas. She said, "You can sing." I'm like, she said, "Do you want to try your voice with mine?" I'm like, "Well, sure, great." We did it. Her rough, edged voice.
Oh yeah.
And the voice that I have that does not match the body with it, but that's just what I
It'll
was
match.
born with.
I like it because it's
Our
a
voices
thin,
together fits good.
thin voice and a there.
Okay. Do you have any questions, Mary
Well,
Jane?
she used to play.
Yeah, in high school I played many instruments and all, but of course childbirth and all that, I completely forgot about.
Okay, so right now you don't play, you just sing. You're just a singer.
I play the microphone.
I like that.
I play all three saxophones, the flute, the piccolo, the drums, the bass, guitar. And like I said, I mean, that would be really good for now with Eva, pero como te digo, with childbirth and marriage and all that,
Yeah.
I don't know where it all went.
In our family, we're 9.
Oh, wow.
Wow.
I'm number 5.
Oh, wow.
And her favorite number is 5.
5 and 3.
5 and 3?
And 7 because it's like
My favorite number is 1 because I'm firstborn.
So, are y'all related?
Are y'all related? Are y'all sisters or?
You would think so, right?
Well, yeah, I mean, y'all look alike.
Well, in some way we are. Her mom is uh, like my cousin way back.
She looked, for seriously, nobody's gonna like want to believe, but she looks just like my mom, and she's, the stature, is all the same. And I stood between them when I went home to Florida to visit, and I had one on one side, one on the other, and I just looked and I was like,
Oh wow.
no wonder I'm not so homesick often. My mom, I mean, y puro es que, what are you doing? Where are you? I can't see you. I'm right here. You can see me?
So what have y'all ladies been doing during this pandemic to keep busy?
Just fighting.
Fighting? Oh, okay.
No. This woman here, no joke, no lie, I've not seen anyone as in love with the music as she is. And she, through the day, if she wakes up at 8 o'clock till she goes to bed at whatever hour, because she is a true musician, it'll be 3 in the morning. And of course, there's no other way to appreciate her music better than to be woke up at 3 or 4 in the morning with a trumpet in your ear. And, she comes in and plays tequila, and I'm like, okay, now tequila yourself right out of my room. But all day long, she's practicing. If she's not playing with one thing, she's playing with something else or something else.
They're my toys. They're my toys.
Yeah, but that's a true
My toys and my kids. I've never got married because I'm in love with the music.
Right. Yeah. Awesome.
And I did get married, but I got divorced.
So have you
for 30 years and got divorced, and I have 4 children and 4 grandchildren.
Oh, awesome.
But I did good. 30 years, I did good.
Yeah. So Eva, have you been writing any music lately?
Yes, a lot of difficult polkas. Nobody wants company.
It's not that nobody wants to, it's that nobody can.
Right? That's two totally different.
Say it again.
There's a big difference between that they won't
and they
can't.
Right.
I don't know, but
they just went recently to record one that she wrote, her and her brother. Do you know that afterwards they both were like in a, how would you say, like hibernating bears for like 2 days because their brains were shot.
Oh, I bet.
And I just called David's girlfriend and I'll be like, well, where's David? He's still in bed. Where's Eva? She's still in bed. Are they okay?
Wow. They were
it
drained.
had like 30 chords.
Oh, wow.
It was a sort of a jazz bolero.
Oh, wow.
I hear it and I hear it put it together and I still don't understand. So if y'all don't, it's okay.
Yeah.
But I recorded with a lot of, companies like Hacienda Records, Rounder, and Dina Records, Rosina. I started with Rosina Records from San Marcos.
Oh,
The man, he passed away, Ruben Ruiz. But he gave us 2 years contract because he said, Eva, I'm going to give you another year because you all are selling. We were selling. And they wanted me to play in Michigan here, but they called my mom, and my mom, got the phone, and she said, well, we want Eva and the conjunto here in Michigan. And my mom said, oh, no, she's not going. Oh, no, you're not going. And I didn't go.
Wow. And how old were you at that time?
And
how old were you about?
I was 15, 14 years old.
Why, yeah.
And but when I was older, they called me to go perform in Puerto Rico.
Wow.
I said, you're not going.
And she was already over 18.
Oh, this is over. and I was crying, Mom, let me go, Mom. And she said, no, you're not going. They're going to throw you to the ocean over there by yourself. And I was crying. I begged her, and she said, well, I'll let you go because I was crying. But if you take somebody with you, and I take, he passed away, a singer with me, and they call him La Niñera.
Because he was
taking care of you.
La Niñera, because he was taking care of me.
Yeah.
Oh, that man was over there. I won't tell you more of him, but
it was pretty much like it in the industry. Someone tried to take advantage of her, and not just like emotionally. He tried to take, advantage of her.
And the prayers of my mom.
Yeah.
A mother's prayers to me. Mother's prayers can do miracles.
Yeah, right.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah.
So you have a CD coming out soon?
We have several.
We have some that right before the pandemic we had put one out, but of course, that just messed everything up for everybody. Right. But she's working on something else new. She's still got like maybe 2 or 3 more songs to go. And the way she writes, if it was somebody else, maybe it'd be out quick, but the way she does things, I don't know.
She's a perfectionist.
Tell me them, ¿cómo se llama él? The one that plays the saxophone.
Oh, they dub her with, and they compare her with Miles Davis.
Oh, wow.
And if anyone has heard him, I would have loved to see her, and Miles Davis, Leonard Skinner, Jimi Hendrix.
Oh, yeah.
Carlos Santana.
There's too much.
There and just let them have at it. You imagine they would blow the roof off the place.
Right? Wow. That would be awesome.
All are just so, and it's all by ear. It makes me sick, but oh well. Anyway, everybody can have their own feelings, but I still can't get over it. I tell all the time how much I don't like her because she'll hear a melody and she'll start playing it on whatever you tell her to play it on. And I'm like, how do you do that?
Wow.
The ice cream man goes by, she tells you what key it's in.
Wow. That's awesome.
The train goes by and tells you what key it's in. She says sometimes it's in this, but tonight it's like this.
In G minor, the ice cream man. G minor chord.
Today está desafinado.
Excuse me?
Today está desafinado. He's not in key today.
Yeah, she'll say that. She'll be like, I don't sound right with him today. And I'm like, just leave it alone. Not everybody has your ear.
Wow, that's talent. Totally talent. Yes.
That's what it is. And unfortunately, some people were able to come up in the industry, and some were not. Some because of financial reasons. Others, Lord knows that we'll never know the answer. But I believe she should have been, well, she is on the top of things, but I believe she should have been higher.
Right.
But they got me in 10 best accordionists of the world.
Yeah, just recently she got a letter from New York through the accordion stars over there. And they've inducted her in the Hall of Fame of the accordionists of the world.
Oh, wow.
And she
yes, that's awesome. Congratulations.
Placed at number 6.
Top 10s.
Oh, wow. What an honor.
And then and all that, she did that scratching and pulling and how do you say batallando up at this ugly, because the music industry, I don't know. I never knew anything about the music industry. I was a mom. I was a housewife. I was all that comes with. And when I came into this, it was all new to me. A mí dame un palote, dame unos sartenes, I can cook you, make you tortillas. That was my specialty.
Right.
La reina de la cocina.
She says I'm the reina de la cocina.
Aww.
But I'm learning that this music industry is very not nice. It's very cutthroat.
Yeah, it is very cutthroat, and it's very tough, especially with the women in the industry. It's very, very tough, but the good thing is the women are actually more active now in the last 20 years than they were before. So, you've got a lot of new artists coming out.
Yes. And that is all thanks to women like Eva, like Miss Escobar, ahí está que Lidia Mendoza.
Lidia Mendoza.
Those are the ones that open the doors for everyone.
Rita Vidauri.
Yeah, the girls
Beatriz
that are coming up
Llamas.
now,
Yeah.
they're actually going to have a smoother sailing. They're actually going to not really hit the bumps that the women, the pioneers did. That's what the girls need to look upon and say, you know what, they're the ones that opened the door for us. Not that they owe them anything, but just el puro respeto is enough.
Right.
You know,
Yeah.
and they did everything for it to be a little bit smoother for them. Because they want the music to live on. I mean, that's Eva. Eva is just, she don't care about tomorrow. She just wants to make sure her music lives.
A friend of mine, you say, you have the word. Oh, okay. A friend of mine told me one time, he said, Eva, how come there are a lot of musicians that doesn't like you? I said, what? I didn't know that. I said, why? So I still want to know why. I don't know.
Envidia.
Well, could be.
¿Tú crees?
Could be because I'm a humble lady.
When you see her, I mean,
Oh,
I don't know if y'all ever had the pleasure of meeting her. I know Miss Escobar has.
Sure.
But when you see her, you wouldn't think that all that racket and all that noise and all that, everything that comes out of her is like, you look at her and you're like, all that comes out of there? Hey! She's got a voice that is so potent, and see, that should come out of me. What comes out of me should come out of her just because of our sizes. But
I like mariachi style too.
oh, she's
Oh,
beautiful.
wow.
I like mariachi a lot. I was born with conjunto on the side and mariachi on the other side.
And she's just as equal in both.
And I watched the singers like Lola Beltran, Amalia Mendoza, those good singers. And I say, I watch them and I cry and I say, I want to be like them. I want to sing like them. But I sing my style, but I love them. They were great singers. Lucia Villa.
Esta no nomás le echa.
Amanecí otra vez entre tus brazos. There's another, Irma Serrano.
Oh, yeah.
15 años tenía Martina cuando su amor me entregó. A los 16 cumplidos, una traición me jugó. And Shaita Valdez, I can copy her, imitate her. ¿Cuál es la que canta? Me dices que tú ya no me quieres, que el mundo y los placeres te importan más que yo.
He wants his camera.
So please, Sandy and me sing it. So let's sing it a little bit. Sing it.
Yeah, sing it.
Me dice que tú ya no me quieres, que el mundo y los placeres te importan más que yo. Por eso, desde hoy mismo te digo que sigas tu camino, que todo terminó.
Oh, wow.
¡Ajú!
Look at her.
She makes a long grito. The people all the time are
Of
aplaudiendo.
course, that you feel that. It's just like whether they want to hear it or they feel it or not. When you te tiras un grito, whether they like it or they don't, they're gonna feel it.
Yeah, they're going to feel it. Yeah.
Where's Linda Escobar?
There she is. I see
Ah, Linda, frijolitos pintos, claveles, dorados. Is that the one you recorded, Linda?
Yes.
It was a hit.
I see Prieta.
Not
I
that
know Prieta, she's right here.
Okay.
The doggies.
Oh, the Prieto.
The doggies.
Yes, my dog.
She started very young. So, Linda.
Thank you, Eva. Todo mi respeto, todo mi cariño es para ti, hermana. I love you.
Yes. Somos hermanas en la música de sufrimiento, ¿verdad?
Exactamente, seguro que sí, de modo. Nomás nosotros sabemos lo que hemos pasado y seguimos pasando, ¿verdad?
Buenas caras, malas caras. Ni menos nos han tirado con tomates todavía, ¿no?
Gracias a Dios.
Que con blanquillos en Puerto Rico, porque yo canté en aquel tiempo en el Iris Chacón, el show, y el que acompaña, el mariachi que acompañaba a ella, pues me acompañó a mí en televisión. Y hijo, cuando estábamos en el festival, me dijo el amigo, ¿sabías, Eva, que si no les gusta aquí te tiran blanquillos? ¿Qué? O nos escapamos. Pero si me tiraban un plátano, pues se dice venena, esto comía.
Y a mí me hubieran metido huevos, sacado sartén y hacer omelets.
Now, if you could give any female artist that is coming into the music industry, what's one piece of advice that you would give them?
One piece they always protect themselves.
Yeah. The first thing is to protect themselves. Don't do drugs. And the third one is practice. Practice makes not perfect, but almost perfect. So, like me, I practice every day. Every day. And you know, the songs comes before I play a song, I have it in my head. It's I'm going to do this. It's and I have another one it's not gonna non-stop, like whatever, it's non-stop. But I'm gonna say make a one worse than that.
Should I go ahead and warn David?
Yeah, nobody wants to play with me.
I warned him last time and he didn't believe me. And then when they got done recording, he was like, Sandy, I'm like, what? You were right. I'm like, I tried to tell you, man. I heard her in there, and it's like some of the things that come out of her. And like she says, she has it all in her head, and she's got polkas that no one's even heard. And they're in her head. They're not on paper. They're in her head. And I can't even remember yesterday. How does she remember all that? She's just incredible. I mean, but
I will stay humble until the day I die.
Amen.
Yeah. I tell her all the time, I'm like, man, you know what? God knows who to give the talent to.
Right.
If that had been me with the talent, every accordion war they had that she has not been invited to, anything like that, I would purposely find out where it was at, and I would go on stage and I would just say, wait a minute, let me finish playing, then I'll leave. But she won't do it. She won't. I tell her all the time, you know, nomás métate. Shit, what can they do? They can't get you down. You just keep on playing. No, I don't want to. I'm like, shit, you know, God couldn't have gave me that talent because they wouldn't have liked me very much.
Oh, gosh.
So, ladies,
I think it's because we're old school, but can I touch on that a little bit?
Uh-huh.
I want to touch on that a little bit about how, you know, a lot of my friends, you know, when I go and I'm just relaxing, I just went to go listen to somebody perform, and I'm chilling. I'm not there to get on stage or nothing. You know what I mean? We've been on a lot of stages already, and you know, and I always remember something, and I'm talking about, you know, Miss Eva Ibarra and I, you know, what always comes to mind in my head is when my dad used to say, si no estás anunciada, no cantes. Yeah, he says, no, eso de que ande una, you know, nunca ande mi hija como de encimosa, hey, ¿me dejas cantar una canción? You know, because, you know, I was raised old school way, that way, and probably Eva Ibarra too. Si te gustan es otra cosa, you know, but to go and be there like, I don't know, I was raised not to do that. And that's what makes me feel, you know, at ease, you know, si me invitan, but otherwise, hey, it's okay. I mean, I'm not there to get on stage. I'm there to support and to listen to other people.
I know, but when you've been ignored as much as she has, she doesn't see it because she's so kind-hearted.
Yeah, she's humble.
They can be as ugly and as trifling as they want to be, and I have a daughter just like her. Like, she would come home from school, Mommy, they were picking on me. Oh, but they're my friends. Oh no, mija, they're not your friends. That's the same as her. I tell her, I said, how can they be so ugly and just like pretend that you don't exist? But now that I hear and I see it more, they have every right to be afraid. They have every right to not want to share a stage with her.
Oh, absolutely, yes, of course. And and
not you, Linda. We were talking about some.
No, but it's right. I mean, it's the humble thing to do. It's the right thing to do for a músico to invite, a legend as Eva Ibarra.
And I've understood they don't want to be shouted at.
I mean, I agree 1,000% on that. Yes, I do. Yes.
Yes, and I understand now that now I understand, since I see it, I can hear it more, that it's in person, and their sounds are so different that I understand now that it's not so much that they are being men. It's not so much that. It's pretty much, hey, if we bring her up here, she's gonna show us out. She's gonna. They're gonna be like.
But there are a lot of great accordionists. I love them, man. Everybody plays great accordion.
Ella le da todos, aunque apenas estás empezando. I know, because the first year I started with her, and I hear some of the recordings from the beginning, and I'm like, Ella, you lied to me. You said I sounded good, and that sounds so bad. But she gives everybody their lugar, and doesn't want no one to feel less than a person. I'm like, we can't carry a candle. We can't hold a candle to you, Eva. We can't. We're not equal. She said, yes, we are. Oh, no, we're not. And people, yes. But as far as talent-wise, no, ma'am. I can make the good round, beautiful tortillas, pero no puedo tocar nada.
Sometimes there are, some men that doesn't want to agree that I play good accordion. They say, no, Eva doesn't play it as good as this and this. I'm not going to mention names. He's better. And I say, my brother, don't get mad, brother. I just tell him that Eva tries to play, le hace la lucha a todos, a todo le da, a todo le da y a nada ¿cómo se dice?
A todo le tira
y a nada le da. A todo le tira y a nada le da. And my brother said, hell no. I'm going to say que a todo le tiras y a todo le das. Don't get mad. I said, let them say that they're better than me. That's okay.
Yeah. Well, it's the humble thing to do. We want to thank you so very much for taking the time to interview with us. We appreciate you, ladies. And of course, if anyone wants to get a hold of a CD, what's the best way to get one?
Through Facebook with Eva or myself, either one.
Okay.
Eva's information and mine is all public. They can call us, text us, Facebook, message us, throw a rock. Just don't throw it too hard.
Yeah. Well, thank you, ladies. We appreciate you coming on. And, we appreciate everything you've done to influence the industry. And then, of course, you're setting the example for the other women that are coming into the industry. So thank you so much. We appreciate you.
Thank you, ladies.
Thank you.
Y'all have a great evening. Good night.
Hi.
Good night, girls.
Safe.
Good night.
Bye.
Bye.
Yes. Gonna play a song? We're gonna be playing a song. All right, we're gonna be playing a song. Let me see. Just have a little technical difficulty, but we'll be coming up with our next interviews right after these songs with Miss Linda Escobar. And hold on, the song's not playing. It is he's having technical difficulties. But
It's because George is here.
Because George is here.
George came in. That's what happened.
Our sponsor George is here.
He's sabotaging.
He's sabotaging the show.
No, he's just nervous.
He's here. He brought some margarita for the margarita machines. Mary Jane, you're missing out today.
I know, man. I'm looking to see where it's at.
It's in the back.
It's hiding.
We got it hiding.
It's hiding. We're waiting for it to get ready. Okay, so we're going to play a song and then we'll be back. And they're doing selfies.
Yeah. This is a very monumental time here, creating memories. Of course, we got nothing but pioneers. Of course, we got Linda Escobar también. The secret weapon, Cruz Martinez.
Hey, woohoo! Welcome, ladies.
And of course, she's going to start her comedy stand-up pretty soon here. So tomorrow she'll be at the location.
Okay, we'll head out there right after the show.
So
we can make it.
Arrancamos para allá. Ya le hablé al airport que tengan el jet ready para irnos de aquí para allá por ahí.
She's ready.
She's ready.
Just have some tamales ready, Mom.
George
we have tamales.
Oh, she has the tamales, fíjate. She has the tamales.
Yes, we bought tamales.
Okay, yo le voy a encargar 15 docenas de pollo y 15 docenas de queso con pollo.
Oh my
bueno,
God,
ya dijiste.
15.
15,
Para todo el
15,
año.
para todo el año.
Este no.
Ya viene Navidad, ¿para no te pido otra vez?
15 tamales.
Para la dieta redonda y con.
Ándele, ya sabe.
Well, looks like y'all are having a lot of fun over there.
Yes, we are. When Linda and I were talking, it's like, are you sure you want double trouble? Because 3 of us is triple threat.
Yes, it is.
But there's not 3 of you, there's 4 there.
Yes, we actually are having a watch party while we're filming.
No.
We were together in Vegas, all 3 of us. We were banned from Vegas.
I want to know who's the little black animal right there.
Oh, this is Prieta.
Prieta.
Prieta, yes.
No, pues nomás bañala y se le quita lo prieta.
Con Clorox para que te vean
Pues sí, pues se le mira blanco de enfrente.
Yeah, she's 8 years old already, you know, ya está
okay,
veterana.
Le calas.
Hombre, nomás dígale a Mary Jane que es pintura roja de México y se pone muy bonita.
Yeah, everybody wants my red hair.
Beautiful.
No more 55, 46.
Yeah, you memorized it.
Heck yeah, because when I go to Mexico, I gotta look for it. I send Mom the picture.
So what are y'all ladies up to over there?
Can't say.
We can't say.
It's a secret.
It's a secret.
Just acting up as usual.
We're actually enjoying this crazy Friday. You know, we had a long week and we were really ready to get our drink on and, you know, our comadre stuff on and everything. And it's just been wonderful. From the second that they drove up into the driveway, that they walked in, it's been nothing but laughter. So I'm very blessed, you know, to have Mary Jane and Crucita here with me today. It's just wonderful. It's a blessing. When Mary Jane called me and asked me if I would be interested in doing this, you know, of course I said yes, you know, right away, because I'm here to help you guys. You know what I mean? You guys helped us, the artists, you know, and continue to help us, you know, throughout our music career by, you know, playing our music, by talking about us, you know. Of course, even there was Adán de la Rosa, el hermano de Tony de la Rosa, decía, no se mortifique, mi hija, si acaso hablan de ti, you know, aunque sea mal, qué bueno que todavía se acuerdan de ti, you know what I mean?
Right, yeah.
And I was like, you know what, you have a point there, yes. You know, that's right. So, you know, always think positive, you know, and there's always a silver lining, you know. We can't live just, you know, how could I say, being negative all the time. We have to be positive. We have to thank God for all our blessings and, you know, y para adelante caminante. Al cabo que, you know, our time here is, you know, very limited. We're on borrowed time, so let's make the best of it, you know, and in a good attitude and just loving everybody, you know, no matter what, you know what I mean? So I was very happy that you called me, and I just wanted to share a little bit of who I am as a person and not just as a musician singer. So thank you guys for inviting me and compliment you on the show. It's wonderful.
You know, we wanted to do something different. We wanted to make sure that, you know, with the upcoming artists, that they know where the roots of where Conjunto came from and the pioneers. You ladies have been in the industry for a long time, 55 years. Miss Martina's mom. Mom, yeah, you know, you guys have been in the industry for a long, long time. You know, you've been singing since age 17, right? You know, and you knew you wanted to sing at 4 or 5 years old.
Yes.
You know, so being able to live your dream and set the example for everybody, I wanted to make sure that we did a show that honored you ladies.
Thank you very much.
Gracias. Estamos aquí todos y le quiero dar las gracias a SCP Radio porque fueron tan amables de hablarnos y decirnos que si hacíamos esto. Yo de primero dije que no. You're gonna do it. Porque no, hombre, mira, no sé si sudo de vergüenza o sudo por gorda. Pero aquí estamos, como luego dicen, esta epidemia nos ha pegado a todo el mundo. Y ahorita, como luego dicen, al mal tiempo, una buena cara. Y vamos a salir de esto, primeramente Dios, que vamos a salir de esto y seguir adelante, porque cada que nosotros tenemos nuestro talento, unos de una manera y otros de otras maneras. Y yo les doy gracias a mí, este día es muy especial para mí, porque ahora es el cumpleaños de el hombre que creyó en mí, mi tío, que ahora cumpliera, si estuviera vivo, cumpliera años de vida, y mañana cumpliera años mi mamá, que en paz descanse. Y él para mí, él fue el único hombre y la única persona que le decía a mi papá, esta muchacha tiene muy buena voz, va a ser una buena cantante. Y mi papá volteaba los ojos como diciendo, no creo yo. Pero miren, aquí estoy y poniendo mi granito de arena, porque cada quien tenemos que sembrar nuestra semilla, porque todos vamos de pasada. La semilla que yo quiero plantar en la juventud es que si tienen un sueño, nunca se den por vencidos. Si te dicen no puedes, yo puedo. Y amáchate y hazlo, porque para adelante, todos para adelante. Y tener la fe de que yo puedo y no le vamos a dar gusto a toda la gente. Por eso hay billones y billones de gente que cada quien tiene su gusto. Me pregunta una mujer a mí, me dice, no se te va a olvidar como cantante, ¿quién es tu favorita cantante? Yo para mí en aquellos tiempos cuando yo estaba recién casada, tenía 15 años, compré un disco. Yo no conocía a la muchacha que estaba cantando ahí, pero cuando la escuché, me enamoré de la voz porque tiene una voz maravillosa. Es la señora Norfilia Leighton González, que yo no la conocía, pero te vas apreciando como esta señora Eva. Yo no la conozco a Eva, pero oí su música y mis respetos para ella, que sigue adelante, que tuvo un sueño y lo cumplió y lo está cumpliendo. Y está esta mujer y las demás mujeres de nuestra edad, estamos sembrando una semilla para la juventud. Nosotros en nuestra edad, yo digo, sí voy a aprender las canciones nuevas, pero no hay que olvidarnos de las canciones con que nos creamos, las raíces nunca se olvidan. Y esta señora me admira de que me admire y por eso dicen mis respetos para ella, porque yo soy una simple cantante y esta señora tiene voz y tiene talento en el acordeón. Y a mí me dicen, ¿sabes en qué tono? Pues en suave. Porque no sé de tono. Yo no sé de tonos. A mí una vez que en paz descanse Rubén Vela, estábamos en la casa de él y él estaba poniendo un cancionero ahí y los músicos se comenzaron a reír y dicen, bueno, ¿y ustedes por qué se ríen? Digo, Rubén, ¿qué va a hacer? Digo, estoy poniendo un cancionero, digo, porque va a cantar la güera conmigo. Digo, ¿no sabes tú que la güera no sabe leer? Digo, güera no sabe leer. Le dije, no. Digo, entonces, ¿cómo vas a cantar? Le dije, yo nomás te voy a seguir. Y lo dice, ¿cómo me vas a decir? Pues yo nomás sigo la carroza y no pregunto quién se murió. Es lo que me decía Rubén. Pero claro, nosotros tenemos nuestros talentos. Y yo estoy muy agradecida con Dios porque, como luego dicen, yo ya había colgado mis guantes. Ya había colgado mis guantes y mi hijo dijo, no, mamá, yo voy a comenzar a cantar solo, voy a hacer mi grupo y me vas a ayudar. Bueno, dije, una canción o dos, ¿no? Pues ya grabamos un CD, gracias a Dios. Hay sustos de sombrerazos, como luego dicen, pero lo grabamos. Y me siento muy orgullosa, porque, y a todo esto, ¿a quién se lo debemos? Primeramente a Dios y a ustedes los locutores y al público, porque en sus manos de ustedes está mi futuro. Porque si no me aceptan ustedes y no me acepta el público, no le hace que cante lo más bien que pueda. La aceptación es la del público y los de la radio. que les tengo mucho agradecimiento a ellos y a todos ustedes que están presentes, los que me escuchen. Y ahorita pues hay que seguir adelante con la fe. Al rato pasamos esto. Esta epidemia nos pegó a todos, pero vamos a seguir adelante.
Bueno, Mama Cruz, ya que está hablando de que acababa de comenzar otra vez, porque ya había colgado los guantes y comenzó otra vez. Okay. Sí. Y ahora pegó esta cosa y ahora a descansar otra vez. ¿Qué es lo que, sí. ¿qué es lo que extraña del escenario?
Estoy descansando, estoy como quien dice Leo, güey, hijo. Estoy en Leo, güey. Pero al rato comenzamos otra vez. Porque mira, tú, Fluffy, yo estaba muy a gusto en mi casa, pero sí te admito que cuando oyes los aplausos de la gente, yo me quedo viendo para los lados, bueno, ¿me estarán aplaudiendo a mí o le estarán aplaudiendo a los muchachos aquí, a los jóvenes estos que están aquí? Pero yo como quiera me cuento, ¿eh?
No, pues es como dice usted es la Secret Weapon. Si miran que no están ganando, órale, vénganse para acá la Secret Weapon y todos que quedan viendo van a decir, ¿y esta señora qué va a hacer aquí arriba? ¿Qué va a hacer? Pero nomás abre la voz y cállese, nombre.
Una vez fuimos a cantar a una funeral de un señor y nos fuimos del trabajo yo y mi esposo. Y mi esposo se le olvidó el acordeón y ahí estaba un mariachi. Y mi esposo luego le dijo, pues le voy a decir al mariachi que nos acompañe. Dale. Y si me arrimo en la orilla de un muchacho ahí, simpático, y me dice, oiga señora, ¿usted va a cantar? Y dije, sí, hijito. Y sabe cantar. Cantarle que no le digas a nadie, pero no sé. Ya cuando canté, me puso colorada cuando acabamos de cantar y todo se talla el suelo el muchacho. Ay, señora, qué vergüenza, señora. Usted sabe más que yo.
And then Sunday, you guys are going to be live.
Sí.
Yes.
Vamos a estar el domingo. Con favor de Dios, vamos a estar con
Super Tejano 102.
Super Tejano 102. Con favor de Dios.
Wow, okay.
Ya, y otra sudadita, hermano.
No.
Pero no sé, como te digo, no sé si sudo por gordo o sudo por vergüenza.
No, usted no se preocupe, más toma un poquito de su Sprite o su coca que tiene ahí, con eso tiene.
Ese es para los nervios, hijo.
Ese es el remedio, una Sprite y una coca.
Que en paz descanse, no voy a decir cómo estaba el señor, decía, tengo que tomarme un traguito. Y le dice, ya sabes bien que si te pasas de traguitos, se te va a componer la voz, pero se te van a desbaratar los andados, le decía yo. Ay, sí. No, estamos muy felices por estar aquí y le damos las gracias a Linda que nos abrió las puertas de su casa. Y aquí estamos, felices y tristes al mismo tiempo por esta epidemia, hijo. Pero como te digo, todos vamos a salir adelante, nomás hay que hacer dos cosas. Tener la fe y seguir con la oración.
Yes.
Eso es lo que nos va a sacar de esta. La fe y la oración.
And we're enjoying our girl time. I mean, we had a makeup party in the kitchen.
Yes, we did. We all had our magnifying mirrors, and we were like, it was
Estamos echando el bundle, dijo.
Well, you know me, you know how I am. Y a mí siempre me gusta poner la gente on the spot. Mama Cruz, hay mucha gente que no le ha oído a usted cantar. ¿Qué tal si me echa un pedacito de una canción aquí a capela? Con esa voz que tiene tan hermosa.
Mira, hay una canción que a mí me gusta demasiado y nos toca la casualidad, mijo, que nos la piden casi más en funerales, pero a mí como quiera me gusta, ¿verdad? Déjame ver si puedo. En primero, segunda, reversico.
Para adelante, como usted quiera.
Dice, el día llegará en que todos terminemos y en el pasado dejemos recuerdos nada más de tantas cosas que hicimos, unas buenas y otras malas, que solamente Dios nos podrá perdonar.
¿Para qué quiere micrófono? No necesita micrófono.
Y la canción de Laguna de Pesares es de mi tío que ahora cumpliera años, mi tío.
Oh, wow.
Esa canción la cantaba, decidió Epi grabárnosla porque yo le platiqué la historia de la canción esa que mi tío el señor Ángel Villarreal, que en paz descanse. Me estaba la hija de él cargándome de leña, porque eran estufas de leña, y yo estaba cante y cante Laguna de Pesares, y él estaba atrás de un árbol, y cuando volteé que lo voy mirando, no hombre, se me cayó la leña, y ya no quise cantar, porque era muy, según yo, muy vergonzosa. Y él es el que todo el tiempo decía que yo iba a ser cantante.
Now, Mom, if you had an opportunity to sing with another female artist, you know, now that you're back in the industry again, who would that be?
I would love to sing con Orfilia González, pero realmente mis respetos para esa señora. No, cada vez que la oigo cantar y quiero cantar con ella, I freeze, porque tiene una voz tremendísima. Y mis respetos para ella, y ella pues ya tiene años de estar cantando, y una de las canciones que vamos a tocar al rato es la del no me acuerdo cómo se llama, Corazón de mi amor. Epi grabó todos los demás instrumentos en esa canción, y el hermano de ella, el señor Benino Leighton, que en paz descanse, grabó el acordeón. EOS es un grupo desde que estaban niños, EOS, y se acoplaban esos hermanos, ay no, tremendamente. Y ella es un poquito más joven que yo, pero hombre, tiene una voz, hijito, mis respetos para ella. Porque yo la cuento a ella porque pues casi somos de camada, ¿entiendes? Y todo el tiempo, pues como te digo, que yo cuando compré el disco de ella, yo no sabía ni quién era la mujer, ni que era de Elsa. Y yo me vine 2 miles away. I was living in Egg Count for many years.
Oh, wow. All right. Now, Ms. Linda, también, I hate to put you on the spot, but can you show the people, there's a lot of people that haven't heard you, that are watching our show? I mean, can you give us a little piece of something?
Why, certainly.
This is something that I do. I thought Mary Jane had told y'all, but this is something I do. I like to put people on the spot.
I forgot to mention it.
I do it all the time since I don't know when. Okay, let's see. So, all right. I'll do a little piece of this one. Voy a poner una cantina en mi casa, pero de cliente nomás te quiero a ti, para que así no te me desbalagues, y para que sepas que yo también vivo aquí. Voy a sacar el sofá y las mesitas, y te tendré una gran mesa de billar. En la cocina voy a poner la vitrola llena de música para poder bailar. Ya me cansé que siempre te me pierdes, con tus amigos del trabajo te me vas. Si aquí en la casa tienes todo lo que buscas, amor, cerveza, diversión y mucho más.
Ándale, ya voy para allá.
Awesome.
Ya voy para allá. Beautiful.
Now your turn, Mary Jane.
Now, Mary Jane, what about you, Mary Jane?
Your turn, Mary Jane.
Okay, first of all, I don't sing, and if I attempted to, all the windows would break, and all the dogs from all over the United States would be outside the door.
Do you want me to go pinch you?
No, I can't even throw a grito, so no.
Linda, just reach over y pinch la Latina, and she'll give you a good grito. Trust me, we got it on video.
Okay, I'll leave it to the professionals.
Oh, okay. You guys are professionals? El professional está busy. He's messing with the computer over here right now.
Saludos a todos, señor González, lo miro que está ahí.
Gracias, muchas gracias.
Ya, está. Ya.
Una pregunta. Si se pudiera subir al escenario con un hombre, ¿quién preferiría usted?
De hombres.
No de su hijo. That is out of the question.
¿La voz de quién me gustaría escuchar? ¿Sabe qué voz me gustaría todo el tiempo cantar con él? con Lorenzo de Monte Claro.
Bueno, no quiere nada, no quiere nada. No.
Ese tiene bastante voz el señor ese.
Well, mira, Mary Jane, you know, we make things happen here. Why don't you make a phone call and make it happen? Le ponemos de tarea a Mary Jane que se encargue de eso y que lo haga realidad.
They always do that to me. Like, they give me a challenge, and I go for it.
Hey, wishes can happen. I mean, it can come true.
I know, dreams come true, and I gotta try and make everybody's dream come true.
Exactly. And what about you, Miss Linda?
What about what?
To be able to do a song with a male artist.
Oh gosh, I can't think at the top of my head. I feel like I've already sang with some of the best ones. First of all, my father, Eligio Escobar, and then with Tony de la Rosa, with Gilberto Perez, with you know, Dos Gilbertos, with Flaco Jimenez. There's just been so many duets that I've had already. Gary Hobbs on my last CD, La Revancha. So everything, you know, like I said, I just can't think at the top of my head because I've been blessed to have some very wonderful, talented musicians, you know, collaborate with me on duets.
Now, what about in the near future? Two pioneers, la música conjunta right there, doing a song together.
Oh, I would love that. I love her segunda. It's like her pitch perfect, you know, it's high. She doesn't squeak. I mean, she's just like, it's just beautiful.
I put oil before
She was coming out.
No, but it's true, you know, I mean, she has a beautiful segunda, very high pitch, perfect pitch. Mi papá decía, you know, si vas a hacer una segunda, you know, vale más que no píes. You know, and it's true, you know, some people, I mean, they squeak, and I have never heard Crucita piar, you know, ever. I mean, she's pitch perfect. So I would love, let's work on it. Yeah, I think that's a great idea, Fluffy. Thank you for the recommendation.
Make sure I get the credits, okay? When you know.
Va a ser el corrido del Fluffy.
I'll sponsor the CD.
Ahora que, you know, we got this thing going, the Team Diva and Team Fluffy. I'm glad that Mom is on my side. She knows where to go.
Us, we have to stick together.
Exactly.
I think the others
son aprovechadas, Tapacito.
Eso. They took advantage of me having to work and pay the bills in my house porque la Michelle estaba de fondonga, no quería hacer nada.
What?
Me mandó a trabajar de noche y it was a plan que tuvo Mary Jane y Michelle para mandarme de noche. Aprovechar, ¿sí? Sí, debe ver cómo me tratan acá a mí cuando no está usted aquí.
No te dejes, papá, no te dejes.
No, Mary Jane me amarra, me siente y me amarra con mecate.
Mary Jane, are you listening?
Yeah, I'm listening because he's trying to choke me.
Yeah.
He's trying to choke me. My bodyguard gave him the rope, and then he tried to choke me when I was interviewing Lucy.
Well,
and then she freaked out.
Your bodyguard wanted to do that. Your bodyguard wanted to get rid of you. I don't want to pay no more child support.
Yeah, you paid the bodyguard. Fluffy, I'm going to take over my show. I'm still waiting for that big grand entrance.
Right? Hey. It's the puro talk.
The mariachi, the security, everybody and their mama coming in there.
Mira.
Perro que no ladra, no muerde.
Even takeover.
No te mordieron nada los otros días. Ándele. Ahorita le enseño las fotos donde la mordí.
Ahí está la suegra, sí.
She like
the real suegra is gonna come out.
I know. All right, ladies, well, I hope you enjoy the rest of your evening there, and you know, hey, pórtense bien, por favor, no anden ahí de chifladas.
Mira, yo todo el tiempo le digo a todos, pórtense bien porque a mí se me olvida.
pero se le olvida, se le olvida porque quiere, se le olvida porque quiere o porque quiere portarse mal.
De conveniencia.
Before I leave, I do want to, remind everyone to please, wear your mask, wash your hands, don't touch your face, and stay apart. And I want to thank Cruzita for, she gave me a beautiful mask. What did I do with it?
Ya la tiró la basura.
No, look, she gave me this. It's beautiful. She did it herself. So I'm going to treasure this forever, and I'm going to wear it. That's why I'm wearing it. But I did have it, pero ahorita que se subió el gato para arriba, I think I should el gato. But it's beautiful. But yeah,
then we also got these.
What does that say? Yo okay?
YomandoRadio.com. My manager from the La Revancha CD, and then Linda Escobar.
Oh, that's nice. That's very nice.
Yeah, I'm going to send you all a few.
Okay, thank you. Appreciate it.
Okay, you got it. God bless y'all. Don't forget to go vote.
No, definitely.
Please go, please go vote.
Stay safe. Y vayan todos benditos de Dios. Love you all.
Okay, love y'all too. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Y'all stay safe. Be safe, Cece.
All right, bye.
I'll be drinking no more water, Cece.
No, I haven't.
Frijolitos pintos, claveles morados, ay como sufren los enamorados. Mamacita linda, ahí viene Vicente, sácale un banquito para que se siente. Le pegó la viruela, le pegó el salampión, le quedó la cara como un chicharrón. Ahí viene mi suegra bajando la loma, se pisa la greña y echa la maroma. Una perra pinta, pinta y orejona, se buscaba cola y la tenía rabona. Échale primo, arriba fiesta amistad, en Bold, Texas. Frijolitos pintos, claveles morados, ay como sufren los enamorados. Mamacita linda, ahí viene Vicente, sácale un banquito para que se siente. Le pegó la viruela, le pegó el salampión, le quedó la cara como un chicharrón. Ahí viene mi suegra bajando la loma, se pisa la greña y echa la maroma. Una perra pinta, pinta y orejona, se buscaba cola y la tenía rabona. Ay, amor, qué sabroso con un poquito de cilantro. Frijolitos pintos, claveles morados, ay como sufren los enamorados. Mamacita linda, ahí viene Vicente, pues sácale un banquito para que se siente. Le pegó la viruela, le pegó el salampión, le quedó la cara como un chicharrón. Ahí viene mi suegra bajando la loma, se pisa la greña y echa la maroma. Una perra pinta, pinta y orejona, se buscaba cola y la tenía rabona.
podría proponerte conocernos más. Me parece que que te sobra como a mí la misma soledad. Se me ocurre que hace tanto como yo no gozas del amor. Me parece que el hacerlo por hacerlo deja mal sabor. Los dos venimos de juntar fracasos, de ver los sueños hechos mil pedazos. Los dos estamos tan golpeados por las penas que nos cuesta volver a creer. Los dos nos hemos desangrado el alma buscando amor en la persona errada. Los dos nos merecemos la revancha de volver a querer. Se me ocurre que a los dos nos sobran ganas de besarnos ya. Me parece que la noche está propicia para comenzar. Se me ocurre que tus ganas con mis ganas van a funcionar. Me parece que ya es hora de probarnos en la intimidad. Los dos venimos de juntar fracasos, de ver los sueños hechos mil pedazos. Los dos estamos tan golpeados por las penas que nos cuesta volver a creer. Los dos nos hemos desangrado el alma buscando amor en la persona errada. Los dos nos merecemos la revancha de volver a querer.
Yeah, I think it. Now like 19, Andy, she just came by the door. I'm right here. Michael was one of
Duele saber que ya no estás, te fuiste. Tantos años sacrificamos como una manzana cruda que tiramos a la basura. Ay, se pasaron tiempos que alegábamos sin fin. Si recuerdo fue por mí, oh, pero tal vez también pasamos esos tiempos tan bonitos, esos tiempos de sonrisas. Te besaba y me besabas, me abrazabas y te abrazaba con amor. Como un niño me acostaba y tú brincabas en la cama, como queriendo ser el amor. Fue una imagen maravillosa que en el amor en tuyo existió, y sin saber un día borró. Me estoy volviendo un borracho, toda la noche tomo licor para olvidarme de este dolor, pero no vas a besaba con amor. Como un niño me acostaba y tú brincabas en la cama, como queriendo ser el amor.
Si fue para recordar, olvidar, y quedó un pedazo de ti en mí. Y hoy te quiero ver para entregártelo como quiero. De nuevo un beso tuyo cariñoso, de la forma que lo das es muy sabroso. Por eso quiero tus manos en mí, como quiero. El aroma de tu amor me está llegando, trayendo tu cuerpo para mí. Como quiero, de nuevo un beso tuyo cariñoso, de la forma que lo das es muy sabroso. Por eso quiero tus manos en mí, como quiero. El aroma de tu amor me está llegando, trayendo tu cuerpo para mí. No sé si fue para recordar, olvidar, y quedó un pedazo de ti en mí. Y hoy te quiero ver para entregártelo como quiero. De nuevo beso tuyo cariñoso, de la forma que lo das es muy sabroso. Por eso quiero tus manos en mí, como quiero. El aroma de tu amor me está llegando, trayendo tu cuerpo para mí. Como quiero, de nuevo beso tuyo cariñoso, de la forma que lo das es muy sabroso. Por eso quiero tus manos en mí, como quiero. El aroma de tu amor me está llegando, trayendo tu cuerpo para mí.
And now, hey George, go George, go George.
All right, once again, we're back. This is your boy DJ Fluffy, the king of the airways, here on SCP Radio on a Super Tejano Friday show. And we had some good interviews so far. We had Miss Linda Escobar, Miss
Eva
Ibarra, Miss Cruz Martinez. So now we're here in the studio. Cece was out in Corpus doing
on
location from over there. So she was broadcasting, so she is not here. So that's why we only got one half of the Diva team in here. And but now it's we got our in studio interview with the one and only Miss Amanda Solis. How you doing?
Hey,
welcome.
Man, I'm so excited to be out.
I think
isolation is driving me nuts.
Yeah, I think we all are. I mean, like we haven't really had anybody in the studio.
Yeah.
I think you maybe you might be the second person that we had since we've been
Since
back,
the pandemic.
Yeah, since the
Yeah.
pandemic. Of course, we all want to take care of ourselves, So I mean, it is,
Yeah,
it's
exactly.
kind of scary. But tell us, I mean, you got some new music.
Yes.
Actually, you got 2 videos that we seen, and of course, the newest one, Loquita, and now with your band, you got a band now.
Yeah. Okay. So the last thing, it's been that
Yeah,
long.
it's been a while.
Yeah, it's been a
No
while.
way.
The last time you were here, you were doing
This
the
pandemic never ends.
exactly.
It's been that long.
The last time you were here, you were doing the. Yeah. Hold on, let me see. Where's that? We had a bottle, there, no? I think that's the last time. Okay, yeah. The last time we saw you is, I think when we got your bottle, your wine.
What?
You see, that
I'm the girl next door.
we still got the bottle there. That's the last time we saw when we got that bottle of wine.
To
Yes.
the wine.
So that, and then you were doing the Selena tribute.
Yes. So okay. So then that evolved. So many blessings have came from that. I do not boast, and I'm just so grateful and thankful. I know that y'all remember my story.
Yes.
So,
Yes.
I really feel privileged, and for that even to pave the way for me to have a band now. Yeah. So now you guys, I have a band.
Yes.
Amanda con la banda. No, it's
Yeah.
I just kind of did a little diddly. Amanda con la banda, just something simple. But that has been so great. I would have never thought, that I was gonna have people that were gonna want to work on stuff like that and still have all these privileges to be able to people want to still book me alone and then again with the band. I mean, everything always helps.
So now what? Now it's like a 2-for-1.
Yeah.
So they get yourself and then you get with the band, right?
Yeah, exactly. So their choice, on whether they just want me, because like I still do a lot of small events, Actually, I just did a funeral service just a few weeks ago, and which is crazy, a lot of people say, you're like, wow, you perform for funerals? Yes, I do, and give back, of course, and just, yeah, I have the band too, so that's awesome.
So tell us what you've been doing since this pandemic. It pretty much froze everything for everybody. I mean, you were taking off. You were doing a lot of traveling.
Booked, yeah.
You were booked, and all of a sudden this thing hits
It just
and
went,
boom.
Yeah.
It stopped everything.
Yeah, it completely went to a halt. I was in shock. Actually, I was supposed to have a performance right before. Then obviously, like the CDC rules came out, and basically all of a sudden, I discovered TikTok.
I think everybody discovered TikTok.
This is at the I heard of it, and I never dabbled with it. Like I know my managers told me about it and things like that, and I was like, I don't know. I just wasn't sure of it. And I was like, man, there ain't nothing else to do here but eat, drink, you know what I'm saying? And like, you're just sitting there itching, wanting to hang out with your friends, and you can't. So like, that's all we did, just hung out at home and try to come up with some new ideas. That's when I discovered TikTok, and I found that I was able to kind of use that as another outlet as far as like showing other people that I obviously, because I still till this day get people like, oh my God, do you always live as Selena? It's not that I'm Amanda at the end of the day, So it's cool because it shows my acting side, and I've always loved to act, as far as I would like to be an actress too, playing, dabble in that too. But so yeah, I started doing a lot of TikToking and working on my music at the same time, like us behind the scenes, of course, and then being able to record my music videos and stuff. So just separated from everybody. I'm like, oh my God.
Yep. and has it hit you hard? I mean, you were on fire. I mean, you were booked pretty much. There's a man there. She's on an airplane. She's flying, here. She's flying there. She's over here, and all of a sudden, how has that, kind of?
Yeah. Well, had a lot of time to think, that's for sure. Had a lot of laundry to do, But otherwise, it's crazy. I being as a performer and coming to a hold, it's like almost like, oh my God, like what you realize that like, what else is there to do? You're trying to find other things that you can do
besides clean the house and doing all that stuff, and housewife and that kind of stuff.
I'm not performing for my dogs are like, ay Dios mío, por favor, like shut up. How many times I'm like singing and dancing, entertaining myself, but I'm sure y'all probably feel the same way. You kind of go a little crazy.
Yes, I ain't gonna lie. I miss being, we're here. I mean, here we hang out. We're always hanging out. Pretty much our little circles right here, that we hang out with, But I ain't gonna lie. We had some gigs that were canceled, and I was telling my wife the other day. I said, you know what? I miss being on the stage. I miss talking.
Touching people.
Exactly. Yes.
That's how and so like I just did a performance which I was saying yes, and like when I talk, it's not being flirtatious or anything. I'm like, I laugh and I want to reach out and hug and touch you. That's just me. I've always been like that, and my family's the same way. As Mexicanos, you know that too. We have to know that you're loved. But yeah, so it's super hard to be separated.
Yeah.
I never would have thought that it would have taken a mental toll to think like, oh
But
my
it
God,
does.
how
It does.
mentally.
Yeah.
I thought I was going crazy.
Yeah. Well, I mean, we hang out. This is what we're always hanging out. You know, especially me. You know, Jimmy, myself, and Mike. You know, we're always on the stage, and I ain't gonna lie, I miss being on stage with them, be talking and setting up our equipment and tearing down our equipment and
doing stuff.
Yeah, and it's so hard, you know. So I mean, so yeah, this thing hit everybody pretty hard, you know. Now, has this given you time, you know, now with the band, to come up with some new music and think about, hey, I want to try this, I want to do that, because the first video we saw was oh man, that was like what? Well, I mean, like wow, and like
so the whole initial reason for that song and the reason why we put that out as the first single, okay, because we were like, what song do we come out with? Because each song has such a different sound. Like people are like, oh, that's your sound. No, you got another thing coming. Because then all of a sudden Loquita came out and they're like, hold up, what's that?
Oh, yeah, we're gonna talk about that one. We're gonna talk about that one.
You know what I'm saying? That's like Loquita. You know, so it's just so crazy. At that time, we were booked. I did so many quinceañeras. So we seen the popularity of that style of music, right? And all the newer generation of, you know, the kids now love to dance. You would just see the floor just get packed. You know what I'm saying?
You know what? You would do good when everything's back to normal. Go to Waco.
Okay, perfect.
With that
Hook
song.
me up with somebody.
Let me tell you what.
Anybody know
and
anybody
I'm
in Waco?
gonna tell you why. We got booked to do a 15. Was it 15? 15.
Yeah.
We went to Waco.
Yeah.
I did all this. I talked to the person. Okay, what do you want? We went to Tejano Music. This is what we want. What do you want? We get ready. We got a playlist together. I had all the music together. You know, Gary Hobbs, David Lee, all the music.
And you know what they want.
And you know what they wanted the whole night? You know, that's all we had to play the whole night. The whole night.
Okay,
we were
so
like,
people thought, no, even whenever we were going in to write it and talking to our producers, they were like, what?
yes,
like,
that's,
what the hell is that?
in Waco, that is popular.
Okay, and even down here, you wouldn't even think it. Like, even the güeritos and everything going out there.
Everybody goes out there.
Okay, it don't matter. No, not even if you don't understand
everybody
it or
can
not.
do that. Everybody can stomp their feet and they can.
Yes.
So me and her, you know, because we enjoy ourselves after the shows. Like whenever I do like the, you know, the tributes and things, you know, that's what they hire me for. I go out there and of course to pay my respects, I stay there and I hang out and I'm just a social butterfly, just like you guys. So I'm there hanging out and that's how it built to know like, okay. We've seen it more and more. And me and Jess were like, man, you know, we should. That of course the brewing started before the pandemic, and then. Obviously, that was going to be the first single because I was already performing at Quinceañeras, had so many booked. So I was like, this is like the perfect opportunity so they can enjoy it. And a better way to say, hey, well, not only am I selling a tribute, let me go ahead and introduce you to Amanda. And, you know, here's my song, you know. Yeah. And then that didn't happen. That didn't really work out the way that we planned it. But again, we still got a lot of great feedback. And a lot of DJs that were really wanting to play it and all over from California and things like that we've met like once and that were just interested in it. And of course, well, at that time, there was nothing going on. So it just kind of stayed there. Yeah. And hopefully it'll pick right back up.
I think it will, but I think that will really good with everybody. Like I said, when we were there, we had to change our whole thing because, yeah, we have some. We have enough, you know.
You're like,
what
sure,
bangos. Yeah, we had a couple, but though I'm talking about from 8 o'clock at night till 2. We would stop and change something else. Everybody would be sitting down. And then someone, hey, can you play some of the other one? Okay, we'll put it on, and you hear like a bunch of running to the dance floor. Like, I mean, like the whole dance will be packed. You know,
and I started to notice, like, even at the quinceañeras, you know, like times change, right? And now all of a sudden, everybody busted out with their boots. People were carrying their boots there because they had their tacones on and stuff. They're like,
now you said tacones. How did you do it with those tacones you were wearing on that video? That thing, man, you had some like this long.
I
like
take my long. It was really hard, but I mean, I just mind over matter. I was like, you better get it.
You were jumping. You were dancing. Like this girl's about to bust her ass right now.
I was like, Lord, let me get some duct tape for these ankles because they're about to go south. Yeah, no, God was like, I got you. I got you. But no, we ended up managing getting through it, and I just was excited about it, you know, and I'm still excited. I'm just so frustrated with this whole pandemic. You know, I mean, obviously, just with it because we're very giddy people want to do things, you know, and then it just comes to a halt. So hopefully, it's still been doing good, but that's where that initial like thought process came from, and then of course, like we started thinking of Loquita. Of course, I was already going crazy, right? So that was another, you know, but each song is just so different. Perfect.
Well, you know what? Before we go to Loquita, why don't we play the video? We got the video of the. Quiebra la Bota. We'll play that first, and then we'll come back, and then we'll start talking about Loquita, because that's another good one right there, too.
Yes.
All right? Here we go. We're going to play Amanda Solis, Loquita, Quiebra la Bota, here on experience.com. All right.
It does. It makes me emotional.
Now, this song right here, you wrote this song, right?
Yeah. So I worked with my team. I have, of course, my producers and Victor Martinez as well that helps me write it as well.
Wow. And like I said, and that was right before the pandemic hit. So
yeah, exactly.
I think once we get back, everything comes back to normal. I think that can still be a hit.
I'm really hoping so.
What have you saw? What are the views on it? What is the
on YouTube? I know that we got a lot of good feedback. I don't remember what the numbers are on that one right now.
I know that Loca, that's gone crazy.
Yes, yeah. And I was just in shock. I mean, especially with all the little kids and then the older people too. Like, so just to see them into it and actually doing the Loquita challenge that someone randomly started on TikTok, which was cool. That's like a new thing that people are doing for artists and things like that. They'll go out there if they really like the song or do like some kind of
duet or whatever. Yeah,
exactly. Okay, you know about this. She's like, girl, I am educated. Don't even.
Yeah, no. Yeah, but on TikTok, I know I saw that you just celebrated like 300K.
Yes. Can you believe
That's
that?
crazy.
I'm like, do people really enjoy me?
Well, I mean, you got good music. You got good personality. I mean, why people? Why shouldn't? I mean,
I guess I just
how much?
So grateful.
12,000 on that one. Okay, so 12,000 on that one. That's
okay, you guys. I need more people. And so you're like, man, I'm just kidding.
So what? How can they find you on TikTok so they can look?
So you're gonna find me under it's the same name as my Instagram. It's at Bidi Bidi Bum Bum. It's spelled BIDIBIDIBOMBUM.
Okay.
Has spelled a little bit different as everybody has.
Yeah.
Everybody loves Selena.
Yeah.
Awesome. Thank you.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah. So and it just took off. So, obviously, Loquita is doing better.
Now I have to ask you, what is behind Loquita? How did that come about? Because I mean, if you read between the lines, you know, it kind of. But
you get it.
Yeah, you get it. You get it. You know, so how did that come about?
Okay, so I thought, so it just came upon us. I mean, around the time that we were just, of course, I was going through a lot of things, you know, of course, because being a Mexican American, obviously, there's not, or Mexicana in general, or Latinos, there's not very many impersonations out there. I got to smell your butthole a little bit. Before I get done, I'm like, okay, she's cool. No, I'm just teasing. But so I know that you've seen that I got a lot of hate from that, and a lot of just because, and I think it's just because they don't understand that. You got the Marilyn Monroes, you got the Elvis Presleys, you know, you got the Michael Jackson, but never have you ever heard of a Latino like a Selena impersonation? Now all of a sudden there's Jenny Rivera too. So wow, what an open, like, people making this movement. I think it's awesome. So it's obviously, it took some time for people to kindly, like, kind of move into it and understand it. So again, I was called Loquita and all these names, and it was just a song to say, you know what, hey, like, call me what you want, Loquita, because they, of course, they think that I'm Selena every single day, but that's not the truth. I'm Amanda. They only see that because it's a tribute page, or the things that they see because I was booked all the time. Well, I'm working as that, so of course that's what you're going to see. And of course, and I can't take my face off. Yeah. It's like if I don't wear red lipstick, it's like, okay, you're not Selena. You know what I'm saying? It's like, oh my God, but what Latina do you not know that doesn't wear red lipstick? I mean, you're wearing it right now. Yeah. You're being Selena, girl. Yeah. Rude. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's like, what? So it's just a song to say, hey, you know what? Let the haters say what they want to say, and do you. Yeah. Don't let nobody try to stop you from what your dreams are. If I would have let somebody tell me that I sucked at whatever I did, I would have never made it this far. I would have never been able to sit in front of you lovely people, and for y'all to even support me. So I'm grateful and thankful. So by that song, back to the whole drama thing, so I was like, well, call me whatever you want. Loquita, que no soy Selena, que no soy la reina, que yo soy Loquita, Loqui. Just as, you know what I'm saying? Because they were saying that to me. So it's like, it's funny because they want something to say, like, okay, well, they're like paparazzi TMZ, right? That's another thing which I absolutely love, right? So like, they're sitting there talking mess behind the computer, and they're like, so, but I thought you didn't like me. Yeah. But now you're paparazzi. So I mean, but again, the haters, the haters are the ones that build your platform.
Well,
thank you to all my haters.
That's what George says. Because they hate us so much. I don't know why.
So I need more haters because they help you.
Hey, they're promoting you. Yes. It's free promotion. That's all it is. Hey, they're talking about you. They're promoting you.
I don't know how to say that saying, but it's not all bad publicity is bad, or like, how do you say that saying?
Something like that. Yeah, I don't
like
remember.
Even the same thing with the haters. Like, so it's not all bad. It's actually a lot of great because people are like, what? Wait, what? Who's this Amanda?
Who's that? Exactly. Let me go for it. There you go.
Yeah. Same thing. And so that's basically is just to say, hey, this is where I started from, and y'all are continuing to follow me, and I thank you, and that's fine. Call me what you want because I am crazy. Loquita.
So we'll see the video in a few minutes in that one, but. So how are you? How is it you and the band still together? Are you practicing? Are you coming in with more music? What's going on?
Okay, so we actually just performed for it's concerts with the Houston Chronicle. We just did a little performance for them, a live performance. It's live concerts with the Houston Chronicle, and we, of course, as they wanted the Selena tribute, and of course, like us, like actually performing. We performed my song together, which was Loquita. Quebra la Bota. Sorry, Quebra la Bota. And then because like the other one's more like DJ, so they're still trying to figure out what other instruments that we would need to kind of get that sound. So yeah, I mean, we're working together. There's more projects that are coming. I mean, we've been booked, but now we just have to wait for people to kind of ease off. So there's things there. There's things there. There's other performances that we had. We just got to wait till everybody's like, this coronavirus goes away, but that's about it. But so
Laza has been like we had to move our gigs to next year. Their move. Our wedding, we had to move our wedding till next year.
Oh, okay,
our wedding was supposed to be in June, and we had to move it to now it's January. So hopefully,
and the honeymoon.
And the honeymoon.
We had to move everything.
Oh my God! Yeah. See, that's why I'm saying this year has been crazy.
Yeah, we're gonna go to we're already we're gonna go to Puerto Rico after the wedding. And since everything happened, come on, y'all can come down. But yeah, I mean, we had to move everything, and everybody had to move everything, So yeah, it's hopefully now that it tells in January that we can't have it, but I think everything's be, they said now is at 75%. So the hall that we got it'll be big enough, 75% what we got.
So it's the same thing, it's for us too. We're just here kind of waiting. Like there's stuff that's there already booked. Yeah. So everything that basically got put on a hold, it's like they're rebooked for another date. Yeah. Mm-hmm. So and then in the meantime, thankfully, God is good that we've been able to have like these little opportunities. Well, I wouldn't even say little. I'm sorry. That's because Joey Guetta has been so good to me as far as like always, just is so supportive and me and my band and including us in certain things. So that's we've been doing a couple of performances and then the funeral that I did.
And now a bunch of the clubs are opening up. Now they're changing their license to where what is it 49, 50%, something like that, where they can sell food and they can come in.
They can still keep themselves open. Yeah, I see.
Yeah, so Fusion's starting to bring bands into the places now, and there's a lot of little places. But me personally, it's a good idea. But you see some of these videos on Facebook where these people are at these clubs and they're like jam packed, no mask on, no nothing. I'm like, come on. I mean, you're complaining because they keep you closed, but here you go. They're giving you an opportunity to okay, we're gonna open up, but you need to follow these guidelines. But you look at the people not following the guidelines.
They're the ones that are making it worse
exactly.
And making it
so then when they shut them down again, and then they're mad because you're not look at their videos. Y'all go on Facebook Live and everybody's seeing it. The places are packed, and you're not wearing your mask.
I just don't think that they think that the coronavirus is real. It is real.
I think until it hits somebody in your family, and then you'll know it's real.
Exactly. But I mean, I believe that it's real.
Yeah. Oh yeah, it's real. Yeah, it's real. My brother had it. I had some cousins that had it, and we have a lot of, we call them brothers from cooking teams, that had passed away, that had passed away because of the COVID,
See.
So a lot of people have, that, it's there until it hits, and then you believe it.
See, and that's my day job too. Like, I take care of the elderly, and a lot of them have been getting sick because all the younger people are coming and taking care of them too. And I was just very cautious about that because I know I'm around them, but they're very prone to getting sick. They have no immune system.
Yeah.
I mean, they're on the verge of death themselves. Yeah. So I mean, it's just very hard to see that, and then they catch it and then they just don't make it. Yeah. Mm-hmm. And that's where it's like that's how I knew it was real. It's just like, wow. Mm-hmm. It's just heartbreaking.
It is. But we just gotta get ready for this, get over with, and then we can get back to our.
I hope so. I'm so ready. I'm so ready. I'm just so eager, and I'm just just with everything and wanting and being able to at least give you a little taste of what's been going on. I mean, obviously we were hoping that it would be faster, but it just kind of slowed down. So at least we got 2 songs out so far, but each song is so different. So.
Well, let's go ahead and listen to Loquita and see what's all about. All right, here we go, Miss Amanda Solis on SCP Radio with the new song Loquita.
Ya cobra, pelota por arriba.
Tú eres celosa, chismosa, llorona. 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 Esto para ti y todas las chismosas que le gustan hablar de mí. Lo ponen por el Facebook, no tienen amigos, no saben qué decir. Y cada rato me siguen siguiendo, son paparazzi TMZ. Por eso yo compuse mi canción y esto va así. Que no
right, now we're talking behind the scenes while we're watching this thing. Now you said that you actually went up and threw all the cereal in that store and everything, girl. What? Did you have permission to do that, or you just went at it?
Yes, of course. Me, I was like, man, we need to make this more hype, like more interesting. I need to be a little bit crazy, right? So what else can we do to kind of add to it? And so, like, I was on the side. I was like, hey, can you ask them for permission if we would? Luckily, they have, like, connection with them. So they were like, yeah, do what you want. But I don't think that they knew I was going to do that. So I kind of, like, pre-planned it. I was like, okay, cool. So I wouldn't be stuck in the middle of the video. I had, like, the knockoff brand bags. Because, you know, they come in the bags that you have to, like, rip open, not the boxes. Oh, yeah. Right? You know what I'm talking about? Yeah. The knockoff brands. And so, like, I was like, you have to open it already, kind of, so that I could just bust it. And then it just, you know, go everywhere. And, yeah, well, I didn't know I was going to go that crazy. But my alter ego came out, and I was like, a la madre. And everything came out, all this cereal. I mean, and then it was funny because if you notice on that one part, it looks like I got stuck. Man, they had those suckers stacked so freaking tight, dude. They must have known I was coming because I swear, so I'm going, I was like, Loquita, you know, and I go over there, I was like, oh, damn, like, these are just cereal boxes. I was like, shit, what's going on? And then I broke through it, and then I grabbed that bag and just, like, emptied it. I even threw it all over my head. I had cereal, Lucky Charms, whatever you want to call it. I don't know what the knockoff brand was, but I had it all in my hair, and oh my God, so then like we did cut right there, right? So we can move on, but I was like, oh my God, because that's just me. I was like, my whole team was like, oh shit, they grabbed the broom and everything. So I was like, grabbing the blower, shit, I was getting, you know, I'm like, oh my God, let me help you. But they, you know, of course, they were like, no, don't worry about it. They're over there sweeping it up. And they were like, that was awesome, right? Right, yeah. And, but luckily, like nothing else got damaged or anything. They were cool with it. They were okay with it, but it was totally worth it.
And then they sent you the bill, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's in the bill.
I got the cereal on the floor.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it was cool though.
No, yeah, that's an awesome. I mean, I think that's we see that one too.
It is a different sound.
It is.
So you don't know. You really, I think at first you're kind of like, what is this? You know, especially like new artists are like, who is she anyway? You know, and then it's like, what? She's Selena? Like, there's so many like question marks. And then this song comes out, and it just has such a different sound. You don't really hear that. I mean, I know that you kind of caught it sounded like of course. And of course, like we wrote to it and stuff like that. But yeah, like just, it's such a different sound. So it's kind of like, wait, I have to listen to it. And then it just kind of catches, because Loquita, it just gets stuck in your head. Yeah. Right? Everybody's, oh my God, I can't get it out of my head.
I think when I first heard it, I was like, okay, is that her? No, that's not her. I had to get, that is her. Okay, yeah, okay. And then you start getting it.
But honestly, can I ask you something? Did you really expect my music to be like this?
No. No. Maybe like the first one? Like the first one? Yes. Okay. That's something like, because I remember you tell me where your parents were from and all that. It's okay.
Okay, yeah.
So okay. I was like, okay, she's gonna eventually get into that kind of music.
Right.
And we put the first one, yeah, okay, yeah. And then this one here, like, okay, no, I don't see that.
I go, okay, no.
Yeah.
That's not her.
Yeah. Yeah, but she told me, I said, that is not Amanda. Yes, I said, that is not Amanda. No, that's not. And then I started looking at it.
And just wait. So it gets even better. Every song is just going to come, and you're just going to be like, what? Like, it's so different. And that's what I love about it, because that's my personality anyways. I'm like all over the place, that. And every song has something to do and a story to tell. It's so different. Like, everything is so different. Yeah, that's basically what we wanted to do. We wanted to come up with a new sound, and that's why we are, what we were thinking is like cumbia americano, and just come up with a new sound. And so we're just jamming. Yes. So actually, that's what we were talking about too, because now that there's more leniency, so now that we're able to get back and kind of get in the groove of things. And more people want to hang out and they're not as scared, you know what I'm saying? And now we're going to be working on my other two, so we'll do the video and then we'll release single for single.
Now,
so this was the completion of
So can we see you maybe stepping away from the Selena tribute, or are you still going to continue doing Selena tribute?
So honestly, I don't think that I could. And the reason why I say that is because, in all honesty, at the very beginning, it's almost like I was already pushed into it. It's like I was forced to do it gladly. Right? I feel very privileged to be able to do. But again, because at first I was like, how is this? Just like I was thinking about it like everybody else, like, girl, no. And it just, people were wanting it, so I guess whenever God says that people are like, you know what, girl, you're like 80 now, you need to stop. It's time. You should just hang way too That bustier ain't helping you, girl. You know, so I think really in time, if it does, but people still book. People still book. Thank you so much.
You don't even advertise it. You know, like people come to you. You're not.
Yeah, I'm not out on the side by Del Sol with a sign up like, "Hey, tacos and Selena." You know, like I do it. You know, no, man. It's just been God has been so good, and it's just been so great, and people have been so kind. You know, not all the time, but you know what I mean. The people that are supportive and that want the whole Selena tribute. You know, so to answer your question, I don't think that people will allow me to as of right now, and I'll do it till I, you know, if they want me to be old and gray and do it. But if not, and God says, hey, it's time, then of course, yes, I will break off from that. But it's just been so, you know, wonderful. People have been so wonderful and still not only just a tribute. And I'm not even, you know, I could not feel her shoes at all. Like, you know, so I'm Amanda at the end of the day, but. And being.
Yeah, but you actually got to perform for Dr. Phil.
Yeah.
That
was the first big one. Yeah.
So yeah, it's
the other one. I don't think I'd seen y'all then, but the other big one, which was another blessing too. I mean, I've done a lot of great. I performed for like what 65.
Wow.
Yeah, and the stadium was filled, and it was awesome. And I performed on there, like by myself out there, and doing the whole Selena tribute. Isn't that awesome?
That's cool.
It was amazing. Like afterwards, I was crying. We both were crying. Like it's just such a privilege. So I mean, if people want it, then I'll continue to do it. And if it dwindles away, then it dwindles away, and I won't force it. You know, but it's right now. It's not being forced. It's what I guess in God's timing. So when it's time to go, it's time to go, girl. Time to hang it up.
So we can expect a couple more songs coming out then, right?
Yes.
2 more songs.
So I completed my EP. So there's 6 songs.
Okay.
And so right now you got 2.
So
and
we got
we're gonna be working on 2 more right now.
So by the end of the year, or?
So we're planning on coming out with the EP by the end of the year.
Wow.
Yeah. So we're hoping to get it all. Yeah. So y'all get everything.
Cool.
So bang bang. Yeah, that's what we're shooting for.
And then of course Jessica, she's behind the scenes back in the back.
I know.
There.
I keep looking back there.
Yeah,
like,
she's
what
back
is she
there.
looking at?
Yeah, that's her.
That's my friend back there, you guys.
That's her friend, her manager back there. But she's actually the one that does the music videos, right, for you?
Yes.
So they do the recording. What's the name of the? Okay.
Oh yeah. Sometimes we outsource like for that.
Well, there's nothing wrong with that. Sometimes you have to. You know, this is. Yeah.
More for sure, and then the EP should hopefully. Yeah, for sure.
Oh yeah, I mean that's it's great. You know, I mean, yeah, I think we ran into Jessica at Pluckers, and that's what we're talking. Yeah, we're coming from. I don't know. Where we're coming.
I want some chicken wings. Why wasn't I invited to Pluckers?
Yeah, they were there, and we ran into him, and then we started talking about. I say, hey, we need to get Amanda back in. Sure, whatever. And then this thing here, right here, and then
when she told me, I was like, awesome, because I know it's been a minute.
Yeah.
I was like, dude, is everybody scared right now still? But so that was pretty cool to join. So I appreciate y'all inviting me back.
Always, you know, we tell you the doors are open, you know.
Thank you.
But of course they were closed for a couple of months, you know. So.
Yeah, I already know.
You can knock all you want. We ain't open the door, you know. You can stay outside, you know. You know, we're actually doing interviews. We had an intercom outside, and we were inside, so we intercom outside the door, you know.
When you're like talking to me through plexiglass.
Yeah, no, you run by outside the gate,
you
know.
To that, could you imagine?
You know,
I mean, that's how they're serving you now.
Yeah, pretty much. You know, and my job the same way. We see our customers. We got a big old shield right out the door, and you know, can I touch you?
Yeah, or when you go pick up your food, or just like, oh man, it's just so many.
What we're doing because we're doing Skype.
Yeah. We've been doing Skype, you know.
Zooms, and everybody's been
and that's something that's happening now. A lot of stations are doing now via Skype. A lot of artists now
this is the new normal.
Actually, and artists now they're new to it. Because we have done a lot of artists and like, well, what are you talking about Skype? What is Skype? And they don't know about it. And they have to look it up. And now they're starting to do that. A lot of the artists are starting to do video Skype. Yes,
I know, and that's why I'm saying that because like that's what we were talking about too. Because I was like, dude, this is like the new normal, and like if this doesn't go away, then this is something that's going to be here for a while, and this is what we're going to have to adapt to. So now we got to learn a new way, and that's being behind the camera. and not performing in front of nobody, and just to yourself.
Well, have you done any of like some of the artists are doing those virtual concerts?
Yeah, so I just did one with the live concerts with the Houston Chronicle like a few days ago.
How was that to be there and nobody in the audience?
It's so
can
hard.
you still get into it and
Yes, but it's just so hard. It really is hard because I mean that's what makes it entertaining for me as far as that. I mean not just singing in general, is touching people, going out there and feeling the vibe. Like if I had this great grand stage, I would have rather chose to stand down there with everybody else and perform because of the crowd. You know, and sometimes you can't do that because the little people are crazy. Right. So I mean, but that's what I would have chosen. So it is very hard. But again, I mean, but
yeah,
again,
when you're performing and you look at the curtain, you see all the people there. All right, yeah, you get hyped up.
Yeah.
So looking out there and seeing the empty seats, like
you see the roaches.
Like what am I? Like what am I doing here? Why am I here? Why you know?
Yeah.
You know.
It's hard because you're looking at the camera, right?
Yeah.
And it's just like you don't see no reactions. You don't see people's faces. Like so. Like, am I supposed to cheer myself on? You know? I mean, what do I do? Like, yay! Like, I'm gonna get the little round of applause. You know? And I mean, so it's hard. So it's like I'm almost performing to myself.
Like you're practicing at home.
Yes.
Yeah.
Basically, and it is very hard. It's like, okay, well, I am in it. Oh yeah, I touch everybody. Like if I see the people, like people look at me up and down and give me the ugliest faces, dude. Like give me awful. Seriously, I don't know why, but like I just do. I go over there and I compliment them, I'll touch them, and because I have to. It's like why not? And then all of a sudden you just see them light up. I'm not saying that I do that for them, but maybe it's just because they're like, okay, you know, just give her confirmation that I'm a normal person. I don't look at myself like, oh, okay, I'm switching one night, you know, like whatever. You know, no. I mean, it's just a beautiful thing. I'm a people person. Y'all are people too. So it's like, it's just really hard just to sit there and like stare at myself, you know. But to be out there with those people and touch them and talk to them, it's awesome.
Cool. Well, we got some people that are watching in. Mary Jane, she's one. She usually here. She's part of the other Diva. Mm-hmm. So she used to tell Amanda we're watching. So they're out. She's out in Corpus right now watching from Corpus.
Thank you.
So she's out there watching. You know.
Corpus.
So yeah, she's usually here. She does the first half of the show, but she was out in San Bernardino there. But yeah, they're still watching and they're still tuning in from more there.
Thank you.
Now, besides the new music coming up, what other projects you got coming up?
Well, just having new ideas to write other music.
Now, what about? Are you still building your clothes? You were making all your outfits. How many outfits have you made since this pandemic hit?
As far as that, I mean, nothing really. Like no new. Well, yeah, like for my own music, yes. So like we did the NASA outfit. Most of the time, people are like, "What was that?" At first, they were like, "What did you just like escape from jail?" And I was like, "No, you know." But you see the patches, and I had to explain them and stuff. They were like, "Oh man, that was dope." And then they had like the little mask on, you know. Then it kind of gave the more vibe of that. So yeah, like working on my new clothes. So like for my new songs, we got some other stuff that we got in the mail. I mean, that's all we've been doing is buying stuff off, you know, Amazon and things like that, and Etsy, you know. So yeah, so to answer that question, yes, I have clothes coming in for like my projects, not as Selena, because I have plenty of that, but as Amanda Solis, yes, I have some new things that we're working on.
Now, I've seen you in skates. You know how to roller skate, or
yeah.
You?
Okay, so like growing up, I mean, that's all
it looked like you wanted to fall down.
Oh, I fell down many a times. I busted my ass many a times, which actually I like to make fun of myself, and so like we were even talking about like putting the bloopers in the video. Like leaving them there because I was like, wow, it's like size. Like I had bruises all over my ass and everything, you know. But yeah, so I mean, it was hard for me to get my legs were like jello. I mean, mind you, we've been at home, so I'm like, what the hell's going on? I'm like Gumby over here trying to skate. And then once I got my groove back, like I was good. But yeah, I mean, that's all we did was, you know, skate growing up. And so I was like, man, I got this. I was like, maybe, yeah. Yeah, since I was younger. So
yeah,
like for
you
me,
thought you had it. You thought you had
it.
That's
what I'm saying. I thought I had it, but I did it. And then finally, when I got the groove of things, yeah. So that was pretty interesting. I busted my ass many times, many times. But we didn't get none of those bloopers in there. I guess he decided. I guess at the end of editing everything, he was like, he wanted to make his work, you know, crystal and clean. Yeah.
All right. Well, I mean, somebody wants to get a hold of you. I mean, I know things are starting to get back a little bit kind of semi-normal. I mean, how can they get a hold of you for an event or anything, book you or something like that?
Yeah, so you can find me on all social media platforms. Facebook, Amanda Solis Music. On YouTube at Amanda Solis Music, Instagram at Biddy Biddy Bom Bom, spelled BIDIBIDIBOMBUM, and that one is attached to my TikTok, and it's spelled the same exact way. And all my information is in my bio. So if you did want a book or you're interested in some kind of event, maybe just me by myself with my band, all the information's on there, and you can actually email at streetsciencepr@gmail.com. Yeah, so, and again, with all my new singles coming out, Quebra la Bota, Loquita, you can find those on all social media, digital platforms. Yeah, so Spotify, Apple, you can find them out there. So, yeah.
And what about merchandise? You got merchandise available if people want to buy merchandise?
Yes, so you can actually go to my website. It's amandasolismusic.com, and you can get some Amanda Solis merch.
I think you should make a poster with that astronaut orange jumpsuit.
So we got a picture that we're gonna use for the actual EP release, and yeah, they were editing it and doing some touch-ups.
I think that would be a nice poster right there. That
I'm in it with my astronaut suit. I'm eating some chetos. So so we were planning on doing that at the very beginning, but all of a sudden they went gone, right? And then after that we were like, let's do it, and it just kind of fell through because it was me kind of on the side trying to find somebody to do it, and we just never got it. Yeah.
There you go. Yeah, that's one.
Is it the same one?
Yeah.
But it's not the main edit though. The main edit, okay.
Yeah, if you still need masks, we got somebody that makes masks. We got a guy that makes them in Austin.
Perfect.
He.
That was the only problem because everybody was making masks and then they were overbooked. Or then whenever we were trying to just buy them already made and then we would just kind of put my own logo on it, they were sold out. Or they would come from China and people are like, no China.
No, this guy he makes them. He's from Austin. He makes them. Yeah. I mean, we had some made.
Oh, awesome! I need one.
So yeah. So he made those. They're out already. I think we're out of them. Yeah. They went that quick. So I need to order some more. We're gonna order some more. But he gives you quick. I mean, you put the order in. You pay them, and within 2-3 days, you already have them at your house.
It was an idea.
Yeah.
We had it. It just at that time it was the wrong time. So now that it's everybody's kind of backing off and not wearing masks.
Tell you the truth, I don't think it's gonna go away. I think it's gonna be the new.
It's a new normal.
Yeah.
It's a new normal.
Especially at work, we have to wear them all day. So, I have all colors and all styles.
We do too. We wear them all.
Match my outfit.
Girl, you need a cute one. I have the one with the little stones.
I have these made. I got to have it. You got to have food on one side.
Hey, Jessica had this with the tacos and everything on the other side.
So so there's a lady that makes them. She's in Brownsville. That's normally she makes these. But now my car, you look at my car. I got 4 or 5 masks in my car.
My whole middle console is full of pinche masks.
Yes.
I bought a thing to hang up, where you hang your hat.
Yeah.
They're all my masks because I have for work. I have different colors, different everything. And my kids are like, Mom, why do you need so many masks? And I was like, because they have to match my clothes.
Exactly. No, I'm the same way. So on my where you put your keys, the key hooks, I have my masks on there too.
I even carry a box in my truck because I do Uber. So if somebody wants to, can I get in my car? Here you go. Yes. Yeah. Those, yeah. Oh, these you can be good.
Yeah, they.
I know because those they fog up your glass.
Yeah, your glass.
Yeah.
These are a little bit better.
Yeah. So yeah.
Right, you can push it down on your nose.
I carry those in my car. Like I said, you want to get in my car, you get on. You got to wear a mask.
Exactly.
So
but
it is.
It is
I think this is gonna be. I don't think this is going away. I think we're gonna be. I think once they say okay, but I think people are going to be wearing them. They're going to say, I'm going to wear it anyway. So
we just kind of.
Whoever thought you'd be walking around, you open your purse and you got a bunch of masks and your pants and like.
Exactly.
So.
I have them everywhere, even those disposable ones, everywhere.
Well, thank you very much, Miss Amanda, for coming out, taking time of your busy schedule to be with us.
Y'all.
Appreciate it very much, and we'll be looking forward for the other videos. I think.
Oh man, you're
going from you went here, then with Loquita right here. I can imagine those are gonna be like.
Oh yeah.
So.
That's why I tell everyone because they're like, they're like, what is that sound? Like, hold on, I thought your music was gonna be like this. I'm like, no. Then the next one's gonna be different. So don't expect anything different because something different every time because every sound is just different.
Well, you know what? You're saying by the end of the year, you only got 2 months. 2 months. That's it. It's already. We're already almost second week in October. Then November and December. That's it.
Yeah. Well, let's get it.
Second day. I said almost. Second week.
Yeah. Well, that was our initial goal. We had said this a long time ago before the pandemic even happened anyway, so I know with our team, we'll knock it out. It's just, yeah, that was the initial plan. So, yeah, so wow. Be prepared.
Well, y'all stay tuned for Miss Amanda Solis. Y'all have not heard the end of her. She's coming to y'all, so, you know, y'all get your cameras ready. Y'all get your little chismes going on, and this buzz. What's going to be coming next? There you go.
Thank y'all so much. I appreciate y'all for tuning in, and thank you again for these opportunities. I feel so grateful. So thank all of you.
No problem. Well, we're gonna play some music. Loquita. All right. Well, we're gonna play Loquita one more time, and then we'll come back with some more music. Once again, your boy DJ Fluffy, the King of the Airways on scpradio.com. Here we go.
Ya cobra, pelota por arriba.
Chismosa, llorona, tú eres celosa, chismosa, llorona, tú eres celosa, chismosa, llorona, tú eres celosa, chismosa, llorona. Esto para ti y todas las chismosas que le gustan hablar de mí. Lo ponen por el Facebook, no tienen amigos, no saben qué decir. Y cada rato me siguen siguiendo, son paparazzi TMZ. Sí, por eso yo compuse mi canción y esto va así. Que no soy Selena, que no soy la reina, que yo soy loquita, 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 que yo soy loquita, 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 que yo soy loquita, yo soy loquita. Chismosa, llorona, tú eres celosa, chismosa, llorona, tú eres celosa, chismosa, llorona, tú eres celosa, chismosa, llorona. Esto para ti y todas las chismosas que le gustan hablar de mí. Lo ponen por el Facebook, no tienen amigos, no saben qué decir. Y cada rato me siguen siguiendo, son paparazzi TMZ. Sí, por eso yo compuse mi canción y esto va así. Soy bonita, que no soy Selena, que no soy la reina, que yo soy loquita, 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 que yo soy loquita, 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 que yo soy loquita, yo soy loquita.
All right, once again, your boy DJ Fluffy here, and that was Loquita by Miss Amanda Solis. So, any special shout outs before we go, Miss Amanda?
I don't know how to get to my team. Thank you for all your support, and thank you for having all the faith in me. I appreciate you, and all my family here at SCP Radio. I appreciate you guys. Thank you.
All right,
so
well,
much.
thank you. All right, well, we're gonna play one more song, and we'll be in the show. But don't forget to tune in next week. We got a great lineup next week. We got Dora and Looper Science Jr. coming in. We'll be in the studio also, along with Nando and Soldiers de la Cumbia will be in the studio also. DJ Nando, he was an ex-Cumbia King, and he's on his own now. So he'll be here next week also. And then, of course, I think we got 2 more interviews, Skype interviews that are going on next week.
Oh, wow.
So make sure you tune in next week, Friday. And we're going to end the show with Miss Cruz Martinez singing one of the songs that we wanted to hear here. So here we go.
No me vuelvo a enamorar, totalmente para qué, si la primera vez
This is your boy, Light Jockey Mike, and I just wanted to thank you for supporting SCP Radio. That's the end of our show, but please be sure to check us out on SpaceCadetPro.com, where you will be able to watch our videos, find and like all of our social media accounts, and chat with us. While you are there, click on the radio tab, where you will be able to see the show schedule and all of the different ways to reach us. You can also listen to us from there if you are on a PC or laptop. Thanks again, and remember, we are the future in entertainment.